Greetings to all, and this is Saravanan, Assistant Professor of English, VHNSN College. And in today's class, I'm just going to teach you how to use modal verbs in English. That is, at times we need to express what we try to think, what we think of, and we used to express different things at different situations. And these modal verbs, it helps us to express different things in different situations. So, with the help of modal verbs, we'll be able to express the certainty, possibility, probability, and ability. So, I have divided the chapter into two parts. So, in this chapter, I'm just going to deal with certainty, possibility, and probability. So, in the next chapter, I'll be just dealing with the ability. So, let's see one by one. So, if you just check out with this particular part of the sentence, there is the use of will. How we use will to express, in what situation we have to use this will. I'll just teach you. So, if you just check out with this thing, if you are sure about something else, then we can use will. So, if you just look into that example, he will play the match. You can use the keyword over there. He will play the match today. That is in present situation. So, if you want to make sure of something else, if you want to express something else that you are sure of, then you can use this will. He will play the match today. That is for the present situation, and he will play the match tomorrow. So, surely it is going to be happen. So, if you want to express something you are sure of, then you can just use this will. And if you just look into the second one, if you are not sure of something else, then you can use will not. So, you are more sure that this is not gonna be happen. For example, if you just look into this particular part of the sentence, they will not attend the meeting. What does it mean? Surely they are not going to attend the meeting. So, to express something else, if you are sure of, then use will. And if you are not sure of, and if it is not gonna be happen, then use will not. Okay, then let's move towards the next thing. So, if you just look into this particular part of the sentence, that is, if you are confident, that is confident here, it signifies that you are more sure of something else. So, will, you are sure of something else, but here you are more sure of something else. So, if you are more sure of something else, if you are confident, if you are sure of something else, and if you are confident about something that is happening in the present, and if you have a reason to express that confidence, so what you believe, if you try to express that confidence, then you can use must. For example, if you just look into this particular part of the example, the dog is barking, it must be hungry. So, you are sure, you are more confident that the dog is hungry. And how do you know that the dog is hungry? By knowing that the dog is barking. So, you are confident of something else by knowing the action that happened before. The dog is barking, and because of that only, you are more sure that it is hungry. So, if you have a reason for that belief, for that sureness, then you can use must. And must have, that is used to express the situation that happened in the past. You are more sure about the situation that happened in the past. You can use must have. So, they are not here, they must have left early. They must have left early. So, you are more sure that they must have left early. So, must have, it is used to express the situation, you are more sure of the situation that happened in the past. Okay. Then here there is a should. Should is used to make some assumption. If you are having some assumption of a certain situation, or if you are having some suggestion or obligation, then you can use should. You should receive a parcel by next week. So, here what does it signify? Here it signifies that there is a chance of receiving a parcel by next week. So, you should receive a parcel by next week. There's a chance of receiving your parcel by next week. So, here it's probability. There's a chance of happening. So, if there is a chance of happening, you can use should. Also, you should take rest now. Here it signifies suggestion. So you should take rest now. It is just like giving some suggestion towards someone else. And if you just check out with the third one, students should wear their ID card. So here it's an obligation. What do you mean by obligation? That is they should. It's a duty of the students to wear their ID card. So if you want to give any if you want to make any obligation, then you can use should. He should be there by now. Here once again it is the chance, probability. So he should be there by now. I assume that he should be there by now. There's a chance of his appearance over there by now. So should is used to make an assumption or obligation or some suggestion or for giving some suggestion. Then I'll just move towards the next one. So I'll just move towards the next one. Should have. The same like must have. So should have is used to talk about the situation that happened in the past. So you are sure that it happened in the past. He should have told the truth about what he saw. So the situation that happened in the past. You are sure about the situation that happened in the past. You should have done your homework last night. So you are sure that you should have done your homework last night. So the past instant. So past situation. So I should have paid the electric bill last week. So I'm sure that I have paid my electric bill last week. So should have and must have. What is the difference between should have and must have is must have is more surer than should have. So it is more certain when compared to should have. Should have is less certain when compared to must have. Okay, now I'll just move towards the next one. So if you just check out with this particular part of the situation, there is, if you are not sure about something else, but still if it is possible, if you are not sure about something else and still if it is possible, then you can use might, may, could. So if you just look into this example sentences, it could have happened this evening. It could happen in this evening. It could happen this evening. What does it mean? Say it could happen or it could not happen. It is like a 50-50. It could happen this evening or it could not happen this evening. There is a possible of happening. There is 50-50% of possibility over here. So if you just check out with the second sentence, it might happen this evening. What do you mean by that? It might happen this evening. So this is also the same thing like could. It might happen or it might not. And if you just check out with this next sentence, it may happen the same meaning for that third sentence also. But here also, some people they think that might and may that has the same meaning. Both the modal auxiliary has the same meaning in it. But the thing is, may is may is little more possible when compared to might. Might is less likely to be happened. May is little more possible when compared to might. So we may have arrived in Japan. So if you want to express the possibility in the past situation, we may have arrived in Japan. What does it mean? We may have, there's a possibility of arriving there in the Japan that is in the past situation. If you are just having some if you want to express the situation, that is if you are not sure about it, but it is possible, we may have arrived in Japan. It could happen like that. It is a possible of happening at that time, but it is not possible. But it didn't happen. We may have arrived in Japan. We might have arrived in Japan. So the may and might, what is the difference is? May is little more possible when compared to might. So with this, let me conclude this session. And once again, I'll just recapitulate everything else that we discussed in today's class, in this particular class. So if you are sure about something else, then use will. And if you are not sure of something else, then use will not. And if you are confident about something else, and if you are just giving an explanation for that confidence, then use must. And must have is used to in the same situation that has happened in the past. And to make an assumption or obligation, or that is a suggestion, to give suggestion, you can use a should. And you can use a should have to talk about the incident that happened in the past. That is, you are sure about the incident that happened in the past. And at last, so if you are sure about something, 50-50 possibility. So if you are not sure about something and you still think it is possible, then you can use that might, may, or could. So will, must, and should are used for certainty. And next one, that is a should, that is a next one, what did we see? And this one, could, may, and might, these things, these modal verbs are used for possibility. Should is also used for probability. At some situations, should is also used for probability. So I hope so I make you clear with this certainty, possibility, and probability of using modal verbs in English. And you just go through what I have been given over here, you just go through everything else, and you just practice with the different sentences. That means only you can just get clear with the answers. Okay. So in the next chapter, I'll just deal with the ability format. So thank you for the cooperation.